But it really comes down to the greatness of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, combined with the fact that this layoff, this hiatus, has compromised team chemistry.
The Lakers. They still remain the apparent favorites to win the championship despite the New Orlando format. Anthony Davis said that the Lakers have a better chance at winning the NBA title following the long rest. But is that actually true? A lot has changed with the Lakers, so let's dive deep.
What's up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, and players? It's Batman.
What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. That was Batman. My friends got it for me as a birthday gift, so I had to throw it in there. Shout out to LTC Squad. Before we begin, what the heck is this? These the meals from the bubble? Really, Troy Daniels? Out of all these serious title contenders, meaning the Lakers, Bucks, Rockets, and Clippers, the Lakers are the ones that have changed the most going into the bubble. They lost Avery Bradley, who played 24.2 minutes a game, started in 90% of their games, and was their main perimeter defender. In his last 20 games, he shot 40.8% from 3. So the Lakers went out and got 2 new roster additions. J.R. Smith, who hasn't played in this season at all, and Dion Waiters, who only played in 3 games. Look at JR, man. He's so high.
And the motherfucking bubble, bruh. Bubble boy. You're...
They also add Markieff Morris 8 games before the season ended. Dwight Howard has decided to join the restart and play for the Lakers. So there's some consistency in there. And then obviously there's the whole LeBron is 35 quote unquote concern. Your boy turned 21 this past week during quarantine, which meant I didn't go out. So as a celebration, we are less than 50k away from 500k. Could we get to that and y'all subscribe? Bet. Drop a like for how many shirtless LeBron working out posts we're gonna see from everyone. 5,713. And y'all really like the one hot take goal from last week.
Oh,
Wait, Giannis better who? Giannis better who?
John Stockton.
Okay, I agree with you on that.
Shane Larkin is better than John Stockton.
Okay, what? Alright, low, what the?
Bradley Beal, top 5 player right now.
So we doing that again tonight live on Twitch, so join the Discord to give your hot take. Links in the description. The Lakers have the second oldest roster by age, spearheaded by the oldest star in the league, LeBron James, and a star in his prime, Anthony Davis. As an older roster, they have experience. Rondo, Danny Green, Dwight Howard, McGee, J.R. Smith, LeBron all have been to the NBA Finals, but that experience may not be able to overcome playoff shape. The Lakers right before the break were in rhythm, being the Bucks and Clippers on the same weekend. With a 4-month break, that means everyone has to get into shape again in a time where there's less margin. LeBron falls under that category too. Actually, LeBron's past couple of seasons have followed a cyclical pattern. In 2018, LeBron would have a decent start to the season, and then in February, Bron was the worst defender in the NBA, with the Cavs going 6-4.
Help me!
Then the Cavs would pick up at the end of March and April, and he had one of his best playoff runs ever that JR thought they were ahead in. Look at JR, man. He's so high. And it looked like LeBron hadn't lost a single step, despite a few months ago looking like he had lost all the steps. In 2019, LeBron was leading the Lakers to the 4th seed before going down with injury. He came back and had his worst loss ever by 42 points in February, then activated playoff mode and proceed to go 2 of 7, including losses to the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Suns. That was stupid, Bron. But these are unique cases and anomalies. I went back all the way to 2012-2013 and calculated all the monthly offensive and defensive ratings for each month for 8 seasons, averaged them, and here's the chart. Looking at the chart, LeBron actually gets better as his season goes along, sort of peaking in April. This is not true for every star player. Looking at Kevin Durant for the past 4 seasons, his trend is sorta all over the place, not necessarily mainly upwards. The reason why I looked into this is because LeBron is perhaps the most meticulous player when it comes to physical conditioning preparation, spending over $1 million per year to take care of his body. So he's timing his peak shape in May. Playoff LeBron is real. Just ask the Raptors. And with a 4-month break, that all ruins the timeline. This is actually the same duration of break between the end of the finals and the first day of the regular season. Urgency will speed up the process, but if you look at all of his trends, it points to LeBron having to work his way up to that level. There's also the whole falling off of a cliff, which I don't think applies to LeBron necessarily, but here's what I said about that when the league shut down initially. There's also the concern about LeBron's age. Now, I know 1 month doesn't mean jack. I was of the same mindset until I realized how NBA players just drop off, like they straight up fall off a cliff. For example, Dwayne Wade averaged 18 points per game when he was 35. Next season, he averaged 11 points and just lost that step that kinda made his whole game click. Same thing happened to Carmelo from 2016-17 season to 2017-2018 season, dropping off from 22.4 points to 16.7 points. These are all-star players to role player type drop-offs. Allen Iverson had the same thing happen to him. It just happened with a bunch of players in basketball. I'm not saying that this will happen, but everyone loses to Father Time. Anthony Davis, on the other hand, is 27 in his prime years, and I think he'll be able to produce despite a 4-month break. Plus, he's 100% healthy, which you know isn't always the case, so this might be his time. This analysis from Anthony Davis was interesting. Markieff showed us he can be a big part of our team. Then Dion and JR are going to help us tremendously as well, with JR's ability to shoot and Dion's ability to score and play make. It's going to be beneficial for us going to Orlando and giving us a chance to win. I found that really interesting because he brought up general characteristics of these players. It was a PR response. It's like saying Chris Middleton's ability to shoot is going to help the Bucks. Like, it's obvious. He named each player and their core essence, but none of what was mentioned was Avery Bradley's main job on the Lakers, his defense. Avery Bradley and Danny Green are the 2 guards that are the glue to the perimeter defense. The Lakers had the 3rd best defensive rating overall. It's a team-oriented defense that relies on physicality and size. Now, obviously a player like Anthony Davis, who is a defensive player of the year candidate, and Dwight Howard helps out with that a lot. But looking at 3-point defense, the Lakers held their opponents to the 4th lowest 3-point percentage in the league. And it's because Avery Bradley made ball handlers uncomfortable. Not like Patrick Beverley, who just ends up fouling. That's jail ball defense. Bradley will pick up ball handlers full court. With a 6'7" wingspan at a 6'2" height, Bradley can move quickly but still impact taller players. This means that he is able to stay with point guards on the perimeter and make dribbling a chore. Couple that with his ability to fight through screens with ease, and he's contesting guards on the perimeter. And even if he can't get through the screen perfectly, he will switch and still give it his all. And perhaps that is the most important part of Bradley, his defensive effort. Bradley takes pride on the end and is relentless in his pursuit, whether that is for loose balls or in off-ball denial. Bradley is also a competent 3-point shooter, and especially against the Clippers, he showed he can be a spark plug. Based off of the ratings, specifically on and off defensive numbers, the Lakers' difference with him on the court versus him off is minuscule, at only -1.2 defensive rating. Bradley is not perfect. He is not the make or break player for the Lakers. He is a smaller guard, but his defensive style really translates well in the playoffs, especially against ball handlers, and so losing him is definitely a hit. That being said, literally none of these qualities are in J.R. Smith or Dion Waiters. I actually prefer Alex Caruso to take Bradley's minutes. He's the GOAT. On real though, Caruso has been part of some of the Lakers' best lineups. He has a net rating of plus 10.3, which is tied with LeBron for the best on the team. He's actually the most positive plus minus of plus 20.3 out of all teammates sharing the court with LeBron. Just looking at the games, Caruso simply works with Bron and doesn't play out of his role. He spaces the floor and is in just the right spots for LeBron to get enough space, yet still use him in tight spots. Caruso puts the ball on the floor and makes plays, plus everyone loves him. We'll see what Frank Vogel does, but the Lakers added 2 other shooting guards, so rest in peace! As much as I joke about J.R. Smith, J.R. has performed in the playoffs. Look guys, he's just memeable and made some dumb mistakes, but he can be an X factor. Look at J.R. man, he's so high. This Lakers squad needs some knockdown 3-point specialists. They are 22nd in 3-pointers made per game and 17th in 3-point percentage. In the playoffs, JR fulfills that role. In the last 4 playoffs he was a part of, he shot 40.6% from 3 on 6.2 threes a game, and he's proven to hit some clutch shots. And then adds the fact that J.R. Smith and LeBron have played with each other for 4 years, and you had a capable weapon in the hands of LeBron who knows where to be on the court to best add to the Bron AD duo, especially coming off of that pick and roll. JR shot 54% from that corner 3 in the past 3 postseasons, higher than Danny Green. Yeah, that corner is his area. Is JR the defender Avery Bradley is? Hell no, but JR is by no means a bad defender. Apparently this is more confusing than who should win MVP. Like, look at this shit. What? He has horrid defense and plays essential defense? I hate the media. J.R. Smith is one of those he has the tools but does dumb stuff defenders. He can play physical one-on-one defense and he can move laterally decently, but he's not a good team defender. He sucks in off-ball defense, communication can lack at times, and this leads to late rotations. So while JR does address some of the Lakers' concern of shooting, he doesn't help cover up Bradley, who also had been shooting well before the break. JR is an effort defender with some low defensive awareness. He's never even played with the Lakers this season, so he might actually be a defensive liability that messes up the team's defense. Dion Waiters, on the other hand, is, well, out of place. I understand that the Lakers chose Dion because they want to add a shot creator, but they already have Kuzma, who is their inefficient shot creating chucker that is streaky. Realistically, Dion is going to be the second unit scorer, but with LeBron and AD, if their minutes are staggered properly, they'll be the focal point of the offense. Waiters has been awkward in those situations. It's as if he needs to be the primary ball handler shooting a bunch of shots. Like his best season, he shot 43% from the field. Waiters hasn't really shown any defensive capabilities, and by that I mean no defensive capabilities.
Help me! Help me!
He lacks effort, technique, everything. On the offensive side of things, I guess you get another ball handler, but he's really not a guy who runs the offense. You have Rondo and Bron for that, so is he a spot-up shooter? Let's see. Kinda. Honestly, this is such a Dion stat. He's like a younger, less accomplished JR, which doesn't make any sense for the Lakers. He has no chemistry with any of the players. The best case scenario I see with him is him having a sort of Rodney Hood Blazers moment in which he goes off for an important game. I would like to see Dion do well, and he can if he carves a secondary option role off the bench. It would sort of be like how he was on the Thunder in 2016, but he didn't have any impact. Hopeful thinking. Markieff Morris is great to be another rotational body, especially against Kawhi and Paul George. He can be the small ball forward that can shoot. It's just another look, and you can use that in the playoffs. Thankfully, Dwight Howard will return, and so this isn't more radical change to the Lakers. Howard has made himself a crucial part of the Lakers squad. 7.4 rebounds per game in 19.2 minutes, a big body that is impacting so many shots inside the paint, and allows AD to go onto the bench without having to worry about the defense. That is big. My friend pointed out that Kuzma's shot looks back to what it was last season, which might be better off, but this is Kuz's first playoffs. So really, this is new territory. I just hope he stays focused. What? The Lakers are a two-headed monster. They will go as far as LeBron and Anthony Davis will take them, but they can only take them as far as if the pieces work together. And both parts of that are compromised more than the normal restart circumstances. LeBron is fighting off age, and their role players have changed. Despite that, the Lakers look to be in great spirits and most importantly, remain a championship level team that can still put together with a slightly different look, not drastically different. Like I said, it really does depend on LeBron AD and the playoff veteran experience that the Lakers have. And those two monsters, they are raring to go. But what do you think? Are the Lakers winning the chip? Is LeBron or Giannis winning MVP? Drop a like for Graybeard LeBron, cause that's a vibe. New reaction channel, spam that up. Y'all hit to 1K, so reactions will be coming soon. I'll be on Twitch live talking to people, give their hot takes on Discord tonight, so yeah, tune in. And if you're still here, you a real one, so comment hi so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Kurt, and the all-day notification shout goes to my boy, Day One, back to back. He hops in streams, Raptors fan, and some of my very first videos, Armand. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to bell for all notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out, and we vibing.
Can't just hop in my spaceship, no.